Hi, my name is Scott. My two words are striving and satisfied. Growing up, I believed that if I succeeded in a handful of areas, that life would be satisfying. I thought that if I succeeded in academics, athletics, and in the area of money, that life would be fulfilling, that I would experience satisfaction. So I strove to experience success in those things. School came somewhat easily to me. I succeeded there. In athletics, I pursued one sport and eventually worked hard enough to experience success there. In the area of money, I started a business when I was about 11, worked it myself for a couple years, then hired younger kids to work it for me so I could go out and get another job, and experienced a good amount of success there, to the point that when I was still 14, I bought a new car for cash and leased it to my dad until I could drive. So I was experiencing success on a junior high to high school level in all three of those areas. And yet the satisfaction that I was longing for from that was elusive. Every time I reached one of the goals I set for myself, I would just keep striving for more. And so the satisfaction I wanted, I never got. About that same time, my mom and my sister both started a relationship with God. Now, I had grown up in and around the church and knew the stories and knew some of it, but I'd never understood what they were experiencing. About a year later, someone explained to me how I could start a personal relationship with Jesus. And even though I'd heard some of this information, I had never put it together and never understood how it impacted my life. So they had explained to me that Christ came and lived a life and died to pay the penalty that I deserved for my rebellion against God. That separation from God was keeping me from experiencing the satisfaction in life I was longing for, and that Jesus could take the penalty for my sin, and in place of that, give me His perfection so that nothing would keep me anymore from having a relationship with God. So that relationship would be restored, and through that, I began to experience real satisfaction. You see, as soon as I heard it, I knew I wanted that. And over the next few months and few years, I really began to experience this full satisfaction that comes from knowing God and having a relationship with Him. Because God never designed or created me to experience satisfaction from money or sports or academics. But He really did design me to experience satisfaction, fulfillment in a life that's connected to Him. And so even though I'd been striving through those things to get satisfaction, I finally experienced it as I entered into a relationship with God. I'm Scott. Those are my two words.